Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with a little something for you this Sunday evening. Oh boy, Marvel's Avengers. No. A game which has been absolutely steeped in problems almost from its announcement. I remember its announcement back in E3, I think 2018, I want to say. And I thought it looked okay. I thought it looked all right. It seemed to be more of a narrative drawn Marvel game where you got to play your favorite Marvel heroes. Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Black Widow, etc. Things went a little bit quiet. And then rumors started to amass that they had decided to actually slip in Kamala Khan as the main character of the game. Not announce it, nothing like that, but that was now the new main character after the narrative had clearly shown off a story surrounding the potential death of Captain America with the rest of the Avengers team. Okay. Then, yes, it was proved to be correct. Kamala Khan would be the lead character for the Marvel Avengers game. And then it got delayed. And it eventually got its release date, I think September, end of September. By which time, me personally, I had lost any interest whatsoever in purchasing it. It didn't appeal to me at all. And then when it came out, well, I wouldn't say that it had a negative reaction per se. I didn't hear a lot of positive things, but there wasn't huge rumblings of negativity in the first week or so. Then things really started to come out about bugs, issues, problems that the game had. If I was to put up Marvel Avengers problems into YouTube, Marvel's Avengers, 5 problems, 15 things gamers hate about Marvel Avengers. Marvel Avengers is already dying. What the hell happened to Marvel Avengers? Marvel Avengers is dead. The Avengers game is already doomed. Beware of game-breaking glitches and bugs. The Avengers game is kind of whack. There is not a lot of positivity going on about the game at all. So we've had the financial results for Square Enix, and this has come out. Not looking good at all for Marvel Avengers. Just like Solo, it's lost money. Not as much as Solo, which lost a lot, but it still lost a hell of a lot of money. The Japanese company announced its financial figures for the 6-month period between 30th of September 2020, and while revenues and profits were up versus the same period in 2019, Square Enix released Final Fantasy VII Remake earlier in the year, of course, which did brilliantly. The quarter during which Marvel's Avengers released saw a £36 million, which equates to, I think, about $46 million, actually. Loss. Oh, boy. The part of Square Enix's business we're concerned with here is called Digital Entertainment HD Games. The company did not say how many copies of Marvel's Avengers sold or commented on its performance, but Crystal Dynamics' Troubled Adventure comes out poorly when we compare the 2 quarters of the financial year. Now, I believe that it was initially meant to come out in the first half, which would have been at the same time as, when I say the same time, the same period as the Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game I thought was sensational. I thought it was stunning. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was marvelous. I couldn't put it down. I was hooked on it. It was so good that after so long, again with a troubled history of development, that when it came out, it did not disappoint. Some people weren't happy with the way that they tweaked some of the story. But I have to reiterate time and time again, this is a remake of the game. It's not a like-for-like remake, it's a remake. It's completely different in terms of gameplay, etc., etc. So yes, they're gonna tweak a few things about the game, and it looks rather interesting where they're taking the story. Won't say any spoilers for any of you that haven't picked it up. But as you can tell from the gushy muck gush coming up from the old lungs, I would highly recommend, if you haven't bought it and played it, buy it and play it. It will put hairs on your chest, and that's just the ladies. So what else is wrong? Was it the bait and switch of the main character to Kamala Khan? I doubt it. I doubt it. Sure, we deal with a lot of things here about identity politics being pushed into gaming and all this kind of jazz. But was that the reason for the problems with the game? No, I don't think so at all. And the main reason why is because for all of us talking about it, the biggest audience don't. They're just normies. What they do is they just get on with their lives. They don't exist on the internet. They got other things to deal with. And then when they hear there's a Marvel Avengers game coming out, they'll be like, I'm going to get the Marvel Avengers game. They're not going to be like, oh God, look what they're doing it. So I doubt very much that is the case. Also, you can play different Avengers anyway. So I think it's only the campaign where you have to do her at certain instances, but you know, you get free reign to do the other stuff. No, what seemingly has been a problem? Well, let's just go to this website and bring in this. How to fix Marvel Avengers stuck on loading screen issues PS4. And this goes into about corrupted files, how your save game doesn't corrupt, how sometimes your game data is just vanishing. And this seemed to be a significant problem that a lot of people were having. But if we go to this site here, Marvel's Avengers bugs, issues, and other known problems, they have actually been listing a significant amount of problems. And these are still current issues with the game. House call mission can't be completed. Infrequent infinite loading screens. The infinite loading screen bug is still there. Community challenges not updating in real time. Credits sometimes not appearing. Preview skins can freeze the game. Character freeze and can't move until being hit. Loading screen images get stuck on the screen. Oh my God. Frequent crashes on the PC. And then issues that they've had that are allegedly fixed. Infinite loading screens. Well, they're not, because they're still there. Along with some generally slow loading. Issues with fabrication machines mentioned above. Game needs to be rebooted following crashed loading screens. Textures don't load in immediately. A lot of games have suffered from that pop-in issue. Some enemies appear invisible during combat. Audio cues don't load in. Audio cues repeat. The now infamous, seriously, you're the best, repeat. Fixed issues. So maybe that's issues we've had that are maybe still hanging around as well, infrequently, but they're the main issues that they want. Character duplication and swaps during late game Golden Gate bridge sequence. And you can go on and see a massive amount of problems that the game's had. So, you got the game. It's got problems. They're slowly trying to fix them, but obviously you have a distinct lack of patience because you want to play. And in the gaming industry, which is the biggest industry, absolutely eclipses Hollywood in terms of revenue brought in, what do you do as a gamer? You go on to something else. That's what you do. You haven't got time to be bothered with a game company fixing a game which should have been ready at launch. And so what happened with Marvel's Avengers? The player base vanished from the game. And so if you were looking to join up in online groups with people, you were waiting. Some people were claiming for hours to try and get a group together because they couldn't because the player base has gone from the game. And when a player base has gone from the game, as we've seen with games like Anthem, Ryan Cannell, because that's how you properly pronounce his surname, on Friday Night Tights mentioned just in passing Anthem, and I had completely forgotten that the game existed. Even though I covered it extensively last year and all its issues and all its problems, but when they said, hey, we're pulling the plug to rebuild, and people were just like, it's going to be ready in 6 months, I was like, no way. You want to pull the plug, stop content, and say we need to rebuild the game? You are looking at 2-3 years, probably a good couple of years before anything materializes. But your player base is gone. So when you're gone for that long, you need to rebuild a whole new marketing campaign. When Anthem's ready to relaunch as Anthem V2 or whatever it's going to be, they need a whole new massive marketing campaign to try and drag people into that. Unless we're just going to get a very quiet in about a year's time. Don't bother, guys. Just don't bother. Particularly with the next generation of consoles coming out as well. Are they going to make it for that? Oh, boy. Ads I don't even want to know. But once you lose your player base, it is exceptionally difficult to get them back. And Marvel Avengers has lost their player base. And with all the issues that are still going on, it doesn't look like they're coming back. And what does that add up to? It adds up to a loss of tens of millions of dollars. Ouch. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.